Trump administration official in charge of the FIFA World Cup is sharing new details on immigration concerns some have expressed surrounding the tournament. We're speaking about Andrew Giuliani. He's the head of the White House World Cup task force, and he stood by restrictions in place so far during an interview with CBS News immigration correspondent Camilo Montoya-Galvez. And he defended the few cases in which people have been denied access. As you see, Camilo joins us now from Dallas with more on this. Camilo, there were so many concerns coming into this World Cup that fans, maybe some players and officials would have challenges. What did you learn about the Somali ref who was denied entry completely? He would have been the first African referee to officiate during a World Cup.
Good morning, Errol. That is completely right. There have been growing calls and demands for the Trump administration to explain and justify why it barred and deported Mr. Omar Artan, that Somali referee, one of only 52 referees selected by FIFA to officiate at this year's World Cup in the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. We posed that question to Andrew Giuliani, who President Trump selected to lead the White House task force for the World Cup.
In the case of the referee there, he was talking to some very bad people right as he was coming to the United States. And there's some classified information we can't discuss now. At some point that may be released. But what I can tell you is it was the right decision by CBP. It was the right decision by the Secretary of Homeland Security. That communication was happening before he was coming to the United States of America. It was not in the immediate, it was not a few years before. This was immediately before he was coming to the United States.
And guys, we pressed Giuliani to explain and also rationalize the extent and nature of that alleged communication that Mr. Artan was allegedly having with bad actors, as Mr. Giuliani said. Giuliani said that information so far is classified and would not release any evidence to justify that finding. We should also underscore that soon after Mr. Artan was banned from the U.S. and deported back to Turkey, he's now back in Somalia. UEFA, the governing body of Europe soccer, has announced that he will be officiating the European Super Cup final between PSG and Aston Villa, so he is still getting high-profile gigs in international soccer.
Yeah, but what a shame that he wasn't able to be here. Let's talk about the Iranian team. There's been a lot of questions about the logistics of their participation in the World Cup. What did he tell you about that?
Well, Giuliani confirmed, Adriana, that some Iranian team officials and support staff had been denied entry into the U.S. He suggested that that was because they have direct ties to the Iranian regime, the government in Tehran, amid obviously this months-long conflict between the U.S. and Iran. And this is what he told us about the arrangements that the U.S. is making to facilitate the entry of the players, at least, and the coaches of the Iranian national team.
That is accurate. I can point to the fact that all the players have received their visas. I can point to the fact that all the coaches have as well, so should not affect any of the play that's going on the pitch. The team will be allowed to come in match day -1, so the day before the match. They'll be asked to leave the day that the match wraps up, so the evening of the match, and they'll be able to do that again in Los Angeles, and they'll be able to do it again in Seattle. And then if they qualify for the next round, for the round of 32, they'll be able to do that again.
And guys, the Iranian national team faces New Zealand tonight at the World Cup in California. They will have to return to Mexico, depart the U.S. right after.
Galvez, thank you so much.
Thank you, Camilo.